Greetings to all you argumentative souls and gossip enthusiasts. Today, I am going to teach you how to triumph in any debate, even when you are completely, utterly, and undeniably mistaken. Winning an argument is not about accuracy, but rather about maneuvering so that your opponent remains speechless and visibly frustrated. I am joking, of course. These strategies will assist you in navigating conversations more effectively. I have been beaten down countless times in disputes ranging from local cafes to group chats, which led me to compile 10 top-tier techniques. Rest assured, I have even created a ranking system so you can discern which moves are powerful and which are merely for show. Steel yourself, because this content is not for the faint of heart. Sit down, grab a drink, and prepare to laugh while gaining some valuable knowledge over the next 10 minutes. First move, overcoming force with gentleness. Imagine yourself as a judo practitioner. Your opponent is throwing punches at you, so you sidestep, grab their arm, and toss them over. They might claim you are wrong, and you calmly respond, "Yes, you are actually right about that, I concede. But let us examine this other point which seems a bit off." What is the benefit? It leaves your adversary confused as to why you are not fighting back, yet they still feel unsettled. This lets you deflect the blow without losing face while demonstrating that you are reasonable, which fosters a sense of rapport and lowers their defenses. However, this tactic is quite mild, useful only for defense when cornered, and lacks the power to knock anyone out. I rate it as a C tier. Decent, like complimentary iced tea at a pub. Nice to have, but not exceptional. Second move, the Socratic inquiry. You know about Socrates? That bearded Greek philosopher who specialized in wisdom? He never argued directly, but rather posed questions that made people doubt their own logic. I learned from him. Instead of shouting, simply ask gently, "So you truly believe this is correct?" Why is the other part like this? Could you explain that to me? For example, if someone claims high grades lead to great jobs, ask why the top student in our class is currently selling street food and what they think about that. The benefit is your opponent will struggle, sweating as if they have been exercising, realizing they are defeated without you having to lift a finger. This is effective, but requires quick thinking, or else a foolish question will backfire on you. I rank this as B tier. Solid, but not the absolute best. Third move, linguistic hypnosis. Words are the ultimate weapon, my friends. Instead of roaring that someone is stupid, try to be gentle and say you feel a bit saddened because their opinion is slightly off track and you would like to clarify. It sounds sophisticated yet remains biting, similar to a mother scolding a child while sneaking in a jab. Alternatively, use a leading sentence like, "Everyone sees this is true, right?" Or, "Do you honestly not see it that way?" The benefit here is that your opponent will nod along without realizing they are being manipulated. You maintain harmony while subtly attacking. This is sweet as honey but lacks absolute persuasive power, so I only rank it as B tier. It becomes second nature, like knowing how to eat hot noodles without burning yourself. Fourth move, the multi-level marketing deception. Do you want your opponent to keep nodding? Present a massive, absurd idea first, then scale it back to something more palatable. For instance, if debating traffic, suggest, "I think we should ban all motorcycles to stop the congestion." They will be shocked, yelling about how crazy that is and asking if everyone should just walk. Then, you calmly reply, "Well, reducing the number of vehicles by 30% would also work. What do you think?" Suddenly, the latter sounds perfectly reasonable. Your opponent feels you are compromising without realizing they have been tricked, much like haggling at a market where you start high and settle low. This move is like a pyramid scheme, creating confusion to close the deal, but only effective in negotiations or mediations. I rank it as C tier. Great in specific contexts, like good fish sauce that does not suit every dish. Fifth move, the academic information bombardment. Have you ever seen a scholar throw a mountain of data at you? This is exactly that. For example, you might say, 75% of studies suggest X, 3 recent reports claim Y, plus feedback from expert Z, and I saw something else in the news last week. At this point, your opponent will be sweating, their mind spinning as if it has crashed. The benefit is they will not know what to refute first and will just want you to stop. You remain in control, like a sniper while your opponent is unarmed. But remember to prepare, or else being caught in a lie will be embarrassing. I rank this as A tier, undeniably powerful, like using a machine gun against someone holding a fruit knife. Sixth move, the gossip-style smokescreen. This is similar to the previous move, but dirtier, like people spreading rumors. You toss in a mix of real and fake info. I heard 80% of failures are due to this. Last week, news outlet X reported Y, and my friend added Z, and so on. The benefit is your opponent becomes too exhausted to argue and will sit there panting like they just ran a marathon while you grin like you just won the lottery. If they try to expose you, do not worry, just laugh it off and say you were speaking too fast. This is strong, but risks exposing your underhanded tactics. I rank this as B tier. Effective, but risky, as you might trip over your own chair. Seventh move, the intoxicated distraction. If you are losing a debate and feel like you are about to be overwhelmed, do not worry. Simply throw something out to change the topic immediately. For example, if they are arguing about wages, shout, "But do you see how cute my dog is? She just had 5 puppies yesterday." Your opponent will be baffled as to why you are talking about dogs. The benefit is they forget the main point, giving you time to recover or even turn the tables if you are clever. Or pretend to ask, "Have you had coffee yet? I know a great new place," and walk away. I rank this as A tier. It is the ultimate survival technique for critical moments, acting like a genie appearing in the desert. Eighth move, the romantic lead-in. Do you want to win without effort? Entice them to agree on small things first, then steer them toward bigger ones, like leading a buffalo through a field. For instance, you think saving money is good, right? So why not invest a little to earn more? They will nod at the first part, and the second is hard to refuse without contradicting themselves. You calmly lead them where you want, much like courting someone. You could say, "Want some milk tea?" Sure. How about karaoke too? Why not? This seems smooth as butter, but dealing with a stubborn person who just says they like nothing is difficult. I rank this as B tier, effective but not always smooth, requiring the patience of a fisherman. Ninth move, the Holy Trinity. Use the Holy Trinity like this. I win because first, I am fast, second, I am strong, and third, I am accurate. Everyone will be convinced because 3 points are perfect, neither too many nor too few, fitting like a new pair of pants. The benefit is that your opponent finds it hard to argue because it is concise and incredibly persuasive. Another example, I win because 1, I am handsome, 2, I am smart, and 3, you are not as good as me. Just kidding, do not use that last one or you might get hit. I rank this as A tier, the pinnacle of minimalism, simple yet effective. 10th move, the knockout joke. When your opponent is fired up, deliver a short, punchy joke. You speak so well, why not join a rap competition to make money? They will immediately laugh or fall silent, losing all momentum, like being braked while racing. The benefit is you silence them while elevating their status to a star, making everyone around you laugh. Or you could say, "You argue so fiercely, I bet your mom is afraid to call you for dinner at night." Short but painful and perfectly timed, it is a knockout. I rate this as C tier because it is more like a garnish than a main course. Tasty but not filling, making you look cool rather than winning the argument outright. There you have it, 10 techniques ranging from soft as a kitten to hard as a bull, from bombardment to sneak attacks. Each has its time and place. The key is knowing your opponent and the situation to choose the right move, much like knowing when to fold or bet in cards. Winning a debate is not about being skilled, but being wise. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and comment on your favorite move. Also, share this with your argumentative friends so they can learn to stop bothering you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye!